Hello fellow Star Wars fans, my name's Starrapter. Welcome back for another episode of This Week in Star Wars Canon. Every week I break it all down for you guys, the comics, the novels, TV series, and the video games. It can be hard to keep track of everything, so that's what I try to do to keep you guys in a loop. So this week we have Jedi of the Republic, Mace Windu number 2. So if you guys seen my previous review of the first issue, I wasn't that much of a big fan of this one. And with the second issue, not any better. This is probably my least anticipated comic of the month that Star Wars is putting out, and I will tell you why, because I'm going to just skim over the plot real quick. So this takes place shortly after the Battle of Geonosis, as seen in Attack of the Clones. So we have the Jedi that are now dealing with the responsibility of being leaders, of being commanders of these new troops. And, you know, they're supposed to be peacekeepers, not that. So this is about Mace Windu and his team of 3 other Jedi. They are Prosit, who is this Luca Jedi. It is Risa, who is this engineer-type Jedi. And there's, of course, Kit Fisto in this issue. And they're tasked to go to this planet that has had separatist activity and try to investigate and see what's going on. So they get to this planet. They're fighting droids. And in this issue, they get kind of trapped by these indigenous species of alien that take them down to the subterranean type of city that they live in. And not too much after that, the separatists come back for another bombardment, and they kind of penetrate through this cave system, and it's just mayhem. We see Staps coming through with droids, and then we actually have Mace Windu facing off against this new droid mercenary, and his name is AD-W4. And then after that, we see the cause of why the separatists are actually on this world, and that is because they are harvesting the energy of the plant life, which only have photosynthesis like once every month, so they have lots of energy, and the separatists are going to use that energy for something that we don't know of. And that was pretty much the issue in a nutshell. So getting into some specifics about this issue, I will start off with the good, and I did like the interplay between AD-W4, who is this mercenary droid, and Mace Windu. It was a great conversation about the Republic and about, you know, the separatists and their ideals, and about this character AD-W4, who is quite intriguing because he is a droid mercenary akin sort of to like IG-88. And it's kind of interesting because he doesn't care who wins, he just wants to get paid. And in order to get paid, he wants this war to keep going on as long as possible. Another thing I liked about this issue was the Staps. I don't know what the acronym stands for, but ever since I got the first toy of these things before the Phantom Menace came out, I was hooked on that design of just the droids in the stand-up, weapon platform. It's pretty cool seeing Mace Windu kind of hijack one and fly it around. And that is kind of where the good stops for me on this particular issue. So getting right into it, I mean, you don't get a lot of character development from the other characters, the supporting characters like Fisto, Prosit, or Rissa. You don't get any of that. They're just kind of there in the background fighting. And I want to talk about the character of AD-W4. You might as well just call this comic like Mace Windu versus Ultron, because this thing looks like it was ripped straight out of the page of an Avengers comic or something, because he's very similar to Ultron. He's got his own motivations, which is interesting for a droid, but he just looks too much like him, and it's just, I could have done without it. Another thing that I didn't enjoy about this particular comic is that I thought this whole story was teaching us the relationship between the Jedi learning how to work with their subservient clones, and well, there isn't a clone in sight, so really, what is the point of this story? And going into it more, Mace Windu, there's not a lot of development going on with this character either. I gave it a pass from the first issue because, well, they have to set up a lot of stuff. But I mean, we are now in the second issue, and I really don't know anything more about Mace Windu than I did from Attack of the Clones or any of the prequels, which is a big problem because at least in Dark Disciple, a novel written by Christie Golden that came out a couple of years ago, it's insinuated that Mace Windu kind of delved a little bit into the dark side. So come on, like, can we get something like that? That is much more appealing than this random world that's just getting threatened by the separatists, and it seems like this plot is really not even adding up to anything large. And the artwork in this comic, it was not good, because a lot of the portraits you see of Mace just doesn't look much anything like him, and the action scenes are very misleading. At one point there's a boulder falling down on Mace and you just don't even really understand what the heck is going on. So that is what I thought of Mace Windu #2. Are you reading it? Let me know in the comment section below. What you can look forward to next week is, first off, that new short story novel called From a Certain Point of View, which tells of all the peripheral characters and their little stories of running into the characters from A New Hope. Should be pretty cool. We're also getting Captain Phasma #3, Darth Vader #6, and Star Wars #37. So I cannot wait for next week. It's going to be a great week for Star Wars canon. But if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing so you don't miss any of my future content. Right now on the channel, I just recently uploaded a video of me unboxing the Star Wars Funko Mystery Minis, so it was a great time. And also next week is going to be New York Comic Con, so I'm going to do my best to try to cover as much as I can. I'm going all 4 days, so I'm going to try to put up a lot of vlog content because I know a lot of you can't make it. There is going to be a smaller Star Wars presence there with a From a Certain Point of View book panel as well as a generalized book panel, so I'm going to try to keep you guys up to speed on all the news coming out of those panels. But that is going to do it for me, Starrapter. Please consider subscribing, and if you have friends that are trying to get in Star Wars, maybe you might want to share my videos with them to try to get them on board with the canon, because at this point, jumping in, it could be a little bit problematic trying to see what's all out there. But that is going to do it for me, Starrapter. Thank you guys for watching, and may the Force be with you always. Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also include 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me, and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram @Starrapter.